Hello viewers, welcome to ABC High Tech Learning YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to learn about how to convert decimal number system into other Radix number system. This Radix number system, it may mean binary number system, octal number system or hexadecimal number system. Actually, the process of converting decimal number system into Radix number system is very simple and easy. To achieve this process, we have to apply only two steps. The first step is that we have to separate the given decimal number into two parts. One is integer part and another one is fractional part. After separating the given decimal number into integer part and fractional part, we have to convert them separately. As given here, so on integer part, we have to perform division operation successively by R and accumulate the reminders. And on fractional part, we have to perform multiplication operation successively by R and accumulate the integer digits. Okay, so here what is meant by R? R is nothing but the radix or base of the number system to which we want to convert the given decimal number. Okay, so now let's discuss about how to convert the given decimal number into binary number system with an example. Here in this example, 10.25 is given as a decimal number. Now we are going to convert this decimal number into binary number system. So what is the first step to perform this operation? So the very first step is that we have to separate the given decimal number into two parts. One is integer part and another one is fractional part. After separating the given decimal number into integer part and fractional part, we have to handle them separately. So what we have to do on integer part? We have to perform division operation successively by R. So to perform division operation, we should know the radix R value. What is the R value for binary number system? 2. So now we can perform division operation on integer part of the given decimal number by 2. So we have to proceed this process until we get the remainder value that is less than the base. So here we got the remainder value that is less than the base value 2. So here we can stop. With this step we can stop. Then we have to accumulate all the reminders we got through this process. So what here we have to collect towards this direction, upward direction, we have to collect all the reminders. So it's very important. Okay, so 1010 is the value, binary value we got for this integer value 10. So this is what written here. And now let's discuss about how to convert the fractional part of the given decimal number. So as mentioned here, we have to perform multiplication operation on the fractional part of the decimal number successively by R, and finally we have to accumulate the integer digits. Okay, so here R value is 2, hence we have to perform multiplication operation on this fractional number by 2. And then after doing the multiplication process, we got 0.50. Then how to proceed this step? So the fractional value what we got in this step we have to take, and then we have to proceed the same process. So here we can observe in this step we got all zeros in the fractional part of the number. So with this step we can stop this process. So here, as we have already said, so at the end of the multiplication process, what we have to accumulate? We have to accumulate the integer digits. So hence we have to accumulate the integer digits what we got through this process. Okay, so while accumulating towards this downward direction, we have to collect all the integer digits. So the value, binary value what we got for 0.25 is 0.01. So now we have converted integer part and then fractional part. For both the values we got binary equivalent value. Now we can combine these two results in order to get the final binary equivalent value for the given decimal number. Here 1010 is the binary value we got for the integer part of the given decimal number, and then 0.01 is the binary value we got for the fractional part of the given decimal number. So we have combined these two values. Finally we got 1010.01. So this is the binary equivalent value for the given decimal number 10.25. Now let's discuss about how to convert decimal number into octal number system. Here for octal number system, what is the base, or else what is the radix? 8 is the radix. Okay, so we have to apply the above said two rules for converting decimal into octal number system too. Here the given decimal number is 74.42. So what is the first step we have to apply here? We have to separate the given decimal number into two parts. One is integer part and another one is fractional part. So after separating integer part and fractional part, we have to handle them separately. Here on integer part we have to perform a division operation by r successively. Here 112 we got 112 octal numbers we got at the end of this process, and then finally we can collect these 112, and while collecting the direction is very important. In the upward direction we have to collect. Okay, so for 74, that is for the integer part of the given decimal number, 112 is the octal equivalent value. Now let's discuss about how to convert the fractional part of the given decimal number. So what is the value resides in the fractional part of this given decimal number? 0.42. Okay, so we have taken 0.42 and then it has to be multiplied with the r value of this number system, that is 8. So after performing multiplication operation in this step we got 3.36, and then from this number we have to take the fraction value, that is 0.36, and we have to continue the process. Here at least this process has to be continued minimum for 4 steps, otherwise until we get all zeros in the fractional part of the number. Okay, so here we have done for 4 steps. So with this step we can stop this process. Then so at the end of this process we have to collect the integer digits what we got through this process. So we have to accumulate these integer digits. What is the in which direction we have to accumulate? Towards the down direction, that is in the downward direction we have to collect. So 3270 is the octal equivalent value for the fractional part of this decimal number, that is 0.42. So now we got octal equivalent value for both integer part as well as fractional part. So if we combine these two values, we can get the final octal equivalent value for the given decimal number, that is 112 we have to take from the integer part, and then 0.3270 we can take from the fractional part. If we combine both the values we will get 112.3270. So this is the octal equivalent value for the given decimal number 74.42. Now let's discuss about how to convert decimal to hexadecimal number system. Here first we have to write what is the radix of the, let us write what is the radix of the hexadecimal number system, 16. Okay, so now let's apply the above said two rules. What is the first rule? We have to separate the given decimal number into two parts. One is integer part and another one is fractional part. So after separating the given decimal number into two parts, we have to handle them separately. That is, on integer part we have to perform successive division by r. That is, we have to perform the division by 16 on the integer part. what is the value is in the integer part? 350. So 350, it has to be divided by 16 successively until we get the remainder value that is less than the base value. So at the end of this process, we got 1, 5, 14. So we have to accumulate these remainder values in order to get the hexadecimal equivalent value for this 350. That is, this is the integer part. This is the value is in the integer part of the given decimal number. Here one thing you have to observe, here 14 is there. Instead of writing 14 as it is, we have converted 14 into E. So as we already know that what are the distinct digits are allowed for hexadecimal number system? 0 to 9 and from capital A to F. So totally 16 digits are 16 distinct digits are defined for hexadecimal number system. So there is no distinct digit 14 is permitted in this set of values that is defined for hexadecimal number. Hence we have to convert this 14 decimal number into equivalent hexadecimal number. So E is the equivalent hexadecimal number for the 14 decimal number. So this 14 value has to be converted into hexadecimal number. So after converting, we have this E value has to be taken into account for writing the hexadecimal equivalent value for the integer part of the given decimal number. So now let's discuss about how to convert the fractional part of this given decimal number. So very similar to the previous process, we have to take the fractional value of this number and then we have to perform multiplication operation with the base value, that is 16. So if we do this process, finally we got 13.16, 2.56 and 8.96, 15.36. Here we have stopped since we have to collect the integer digits. We have to collect only the integer digits. So that too, in which direction we have to collect? In the downward direction we have to collect. So here you can observe, so here 13 and 15 is there, which is not defined in the set of values that is allowed for hexadecimal number system. Hence we have to convert these 13 and 15 into hexadecimal number and then we have to accumulate the value. What is the equivalent hexadecimal value for 13? D. And what is the equivalent value for the 15? What is the equivalent hexadecimal value for the decimal number 15? F. So now, so these 2 and 8 can be taken as it is because 2 and 8 are already available in the set of values defined for the hexadecimal number system. So now 13 is converted into D and 15 is converted into F. So we can now D, 2, 8, F, all the 4 digits are defined in the set of values defined for hexadecimal number system. Now we can accumulate these 4 digits in order to find out the hexadecimal value for the fractional part of the given decimal number. So now we got hexadecimal value for the integer part as well as fractional part. Hence, let's combine the values from integer part and then fractional part. If we combine the hexadecimal values, what we got for integer part and fractional part, we can get the final hexadecimal equivalent value for the given decimal number, that is for 350.82. For this given decimal number, what is the hexadecimal equivalent value we got? 15E.D28F. That is 15E we got from the integer part and D28F we got from the fractional part. So now we have done with the conversion from decimal to hexadecimal number system. So in this video we have learnt about how to convert decimal number into binary number system. octal number system and hexadecimal number system. Viewers, if you find this video is very useful to you, kindly subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.